Well, hello everyone. Today I'm going to present a short video on how I prepared my digital signature for use with my images that I post to social media. A number of people over the last certainly couple of weeks have been asking me repeatedly how I generated the digital signature. So I thought the easiest way of answering this would be to prepare a short video tutorial. It's a relatively simple process, takes about 5 minutes, but what you will need to do it the way that I've prepared it is, first of all, a tablet such as this one. This one happens to be a Wacom, but other tablets are available. This is a relatively inexpensive piece of kit, costs somewhere around £70, something like that, and a suitable editing program such as Photoshop. Lightroom won't do. You need Photoshop or Capture One or some other program that you can create PNG files and use as an overlay as a separate layer. So without further ado, I will just go through the simple process and all the steps necessary for you to create your own digital signature. So if we go over to the computer, at the computer in Photoshop, so first thing we'll need to do is create a new blank document. So let's go up and create a new white blank document. Typically I'll just keep a standard 6000, 4000. Don't need 300 resolution, we can go down to 72. White, Adobe RGB, and create. So now that we've got our background layer, what we need to do next is to create a transparent layer over the top. So if we come down to the right hand side, create a new layer, and let's name that signature. There we are. Make sure that's highlighted with the little rectangle around it. To create the signature, we're going to use the brush tool. The brush tool is selectable here or be on the keyboard. Next, make sure that the background color is set to black. So once we got the brush selected, we go up here. I typically select a hard brush for this exercise. Put the hardness up to 100%. Size, you may need to play around with the size, and you can do that either by coming here and increasing or decreasing the size, or use the left or right bracket keys on the keyboard. And then let's have a look in the dialog box. I put shape dynamics on and I put smoothing on as well. So let's just, the next thing to do is just to practice using the stylus pen. You'll need to sort of practice with the pen pressure, with the size of the line thickness. You may need to increase it or decrease it, as I said, by using the bracket keys. So that's the right bracket key. Come back down to the left bracket key. Let's make that a little bit bigger. I think about 15 should be about right for me on this occasion. So let's just delete all that. To delete something, if you made a mistake, all you need to do is on a Mac press Command Z, or on a PC Control Z. Take you step by step back to where you started. So let's write my name, and there you go. You might, for example, want to put some additional text like photography studio or whatever, or indeed you might want to put a copyright sign. On a Mac, to put the copyright sign here or here is go to text, Click. It's option G. So we have our copyright sign. You can change the size of it. So let's put in 150. There we go. Like so. Or you can make it bigger. You can make it as big as you want or as small as you want. You can move it around wherever you want. I personally no longer use that, so I'll delete that. What I will do is I'll just add some text here. So if I just put photography, there you go. To change the size, what I typically do is Command T to transform, and then just enlarge it to suit. Here we are. If you want to change the color, change the color. Let's change that to, say, a nice shade of gray. There we go. So there we have it. That's basically it in a nutshell. Signature, some additional text. If you want to put a copyright sign on it, you can put a copyright sign. The next thing to do is just to save the document. Just go to Save. Call that signature in a PSD form, so you can always, if I put test, there we are, come back to it and change it later on. Now you're going to need to save this as a PNG file, a transparent PNG file. To do that, you just go to File, Export, Export as PNG, signature test, let's call this black. Save. Now you might want a different color. Now there are a number of ways in which you can do that. To change the color either of the written text or indeed the font, is quite straightforward. What you need to do is go and pick a new hue saturation layer. If we just want to change the black typeface of the signature, turn off the photography text, go on colorize, and then you can change the color to anything that you want. You can increase the saturation, you can change the hue to red, blue, green, pink, wherever you want. If you take off colorize, you can just change the signature, so it's now white. In order to see it, if we just turn off the background, there we are, you can see it there. Now if we turn on the font, you've still got photography in the grey, but if you want to change that as well, you just simply put another hue saturation layer over that, link it to the layer below by clicking on this button, colorize, and then you can change the color of the word photography or whatever it is that you've got in there. Change the saturation, change the lightness, darkness, etc., etc. So that's how you change the color. Very, very straightforward. Next, go to File, Export as PNG, call this one Signature Test White, save that, and that's it. Now, once you've got an image, let's say we got an image and you've edited your image and you want to add the signature to that before you publish it to social media, all you do is you go to File, Place Embedded, go to the directory where you've saved the PNG. Here it is, Signature White PNG. place. It pops in just like that. Resize it. Position it. Check the tick mark. And if you want to reduce the opacity, just reduce the opacity down. So it's like so. And then save your document as normal. So that's how I created my signature in Photoshop using a Wacom tablet and stylus pen. I hope you found that useful. If so, can you give it a thumbs up? And if you would like me to upload more Photoshop tutorials, just let me know in the comments below. And thanks again for watching.